I think I've always been fascinated with lullabies because of the effect that they can have on the listener in inducing a feeling of calm or safety and security. I've sung a couple of lullabies in the past. On my first album I recorded a song called Lavender's Blue, and I recorded another lullaby on my second album, and they've always been very popular. I'm fascinated not just with the sense of calm that they provoke, but also with what they expose about the lives of the singer. So lullabies can range from being really, really comforting, beautiful songs to being quite harrowing and despairing. A lullaby is a sleep-inducing song. To lull means to make someone feel sleepy through the act of rhythm and movement.
Can you not hush your weeping? All the birds are sleeping. Birdies are nestling together. Dream Angus is hurtling o'er the heather.
So I did a trip to Norway about 2 years ago to play at a festival there and a folk club, and I had a bit of an epiphany in terms of Scandinavian music and singing. And I've noticed that the vocal music of the Scandinavian countries, especially Iceland, is very reflective of the landscape and the lifestyle. And a key element to lullabies is that they're not always comforting and happy songs. And particularly Icelandic lullabies tend to be very dark and very stark and revealing of the sort of life that children and adults would have out there. So there's two rather frightening, eerie Icelandic lullabies on the record. Bibi og Blakka is a little song about pretending to be asleep when you're not, and playing with lambs on the hillside. And looking into it a bit more deeply, it could demonstrate the fact that little children in Iceland were made to go and search for lambs on the hills at night time when they should have been asleep, possibly. And it's a lovely little song that Bara translated for me, so I decided to sing the English translation after she'd sung the Icelandic version. I decided to ask Bara to sing on the record because we have a very similar singing style, and she has a particularly beautiful, plaintive voice.
But here I lie a-peeping. Hey ho, well a day, o'er the hills and far away. That is where the children stray to see the lambs a-playing.
I was looking through the Modern Art Gallery in Oxford, and particularly at the cards in the gift shop, and I came across this card with a drawing of a reindeer on it, and I'm really into pencil crayon drawings. So I contacted the artist. She's a girl called Lizzie Stewart, and I really loved her work, so I asked her if she'd be interested in designing some drawings for the lullaby sleeve, and she came up with this beautiful sketch of a girl sleeping, and she could be a child or an adult. I'd like to think that she's me in another realm. I was lucky enough to be asked to play on Chris Sargent's solo album last autumn, and met him for the first time and was really bowled over by his guitar playing, so I decided to ask him to play on the record, and I'm very glad glad I did.
There, little baby, there you go, up to the ceiling, down to the ground, backwards, forwards, round and round. Smile, baby, and mother will sing. We'll dance so gaily in a ring.
I found the Dandling songs in a big book of children's nursery rhymes and lullabies and songs collected by a folklorist called Peter Opie and his wife Iona. And Peter was someone whose collection is now housed at the Bodleian Library in Oxford.
Crow and caper, caper, crow. There, little baby, there you go. Up to the
Folk song collectors of the first folk revival, such as Cecil Sharp and Sabine Baring-Gould, collected a lot of lullabies. But on the album I wanted to demonstrate that the process didn't stop there and that the lullaby tradition is very much still alive. So I've included 2 songs from Ruth Tongue's collection, Chime Child collection, and a song by Paul McCartney called Junk.
motor cars, handlebars, bicycles for 2, broken-hearted jubilee, parachute.
So in the autumn we launched a project on my website where people could send me lullabies via SoundCloud that I might consider either singing on the record or putting into my archive. And I received some fantastic songs through this, in particular a song called Thy Cradle is Green, which was found in the library at Halsey Manor, and I asked my 2 little violin students, Albert and Evelyn, to sing the song with me.
Hush-a-bye, baby, thy cradle is green. Father's a noble man.
When I was looking for lullabies, I was looking for the songs which really jumped out at me. They had to have a beautiful melody which tied in with the lyrics and gave a bit of vividness to what the singer would have been singing about.
For the king.